It is chilly. I forgot to bring my thermometer with me, but I can say with confidence, it's cold. Welcome back, friends. It's time to get our winter camp on, finally, before the spring comes. Really looking forward to this. Tonight I brought the Dragoon Ridgeback Bivy one-person tent. One of my favorite tents that I have. And yeah, see you when we get there. Let's go find a spot. I don't know if you can see this. I'm going to end up clearing that a little bit more. But I think I'm going to set the tent up right there. And yeah, it's a little after 2 in the afternoon, so figured I'd get here before the sun gets down, set up a tent, collect some wood for a little fire or something like that. And yeah, I got something simple for dinner and something good for breakfast. So anyways, I'm going to get a move on and get this tent set up. Thanks for coming. Ooh, it's gonna be a wet one. All right, well, that little spot right there, I guess, is the best I'm gonna do. It might not be the flattest spot, but I'm gonna make it work. So yeah, tonight we're staying in the Dragoon Ridgeback one-man bivy style tent. And some people will be like, when I set it up, they're gonna be like, oh, that's not a bivy. It's not a bivy, all right? It's like a crossover. It's a bivy style tent, and I happen to love it. This thing has proved to be watertight in a thunderstorm, pouring rain, so I'm not too worried about it. Hopefully, I am gonna put a ground sheet down, so there's that. So you know what, enough chit chat. Well, let me get to setting up. Bottom. It's been a while since I've used this tent. I think the rain test, you know, I'm not even sure. Mistakes. Extra guy ropes. Alright. This is an inner pitch first tent. So, you know, in the rain and stuff like that, it's not going to be, you know, ideal. Let me get a ground sheet down. Oh boy. The ground sheet. And just a tip, the stuff that you're going to use first, put them towards the top so you're not reaching all the way into your backpack. All right, yeah, I can do this. Okay. There we go. All right. Okay. This is going to get soaked anyways, but it is what it is. Man. Pardon me. Let's figure out where's the front. Actually, it doesn't matter. There's an entrance on both sides. All right. Yeah, I think this is the little end. I'm gonna make my ground sheet a little bit bigger. I'll bring you back when at least I have the tent inner. You know, no one really wants to watch all this. I'll bring you right back. So there's the inner all set up, as you can see, my shadow. And yeah, inner pitch tents, inner first tents that you have to pitch first before the fly sheet. This would not be ideal, say in like the rain. I mean, if you can get this done before the snow or the rain comes, then you're golden. But yeah, now I'm gonna put the fly sheet up. The ground was really frozen. So getting in these pegs, I really had to pound them in. This one, I can't really get in. I'm gonna work on that, but this is where it's gotta be. So I wanna do something with you. All right, let's get that fly sheet on. Be on a okay, so I can't get, there might be a, oh, that's frozen solid ice. Oh boy. Let's see what we got over here. Oh boy. I might have to leave that undone right there. I guess something will be all right. Okay. Can't get a peg in there. There's either a tree limb or it's just frozen. So whatever. Okay. All right, green loop. Sounds good. I love this tent. And this just clips right in. Okay, this clips into here. So get that in. Get this pegged out. Oh, see, my peg came right out right here. That's great. I'll have to figure that out in a minute. Oh, it's not easy. It's not easy. ground's like so frozen. Oh no. See if I can get this one. All right, I just wanted to give you an idea of where I'm at. I can't properly peg this out because the ground is extremely frozen, and just trying to pound in these stakes isn't, I mean, it's semi-freestanding, so I don't really have to worry about it, and I do have it secure. As you can see from the vent area down right there, it is pegged out pretty good. It's pegged out pretty good right there. Also right there for the outer fly and the inner. This I can't pull out. I just have that draped over right now and toggled and open, as I don't really have to worry about bugs. Got my backpack in there. I can't peg this out right here because it's extremely frozen. In the vestibule area right here, let's see if I can do this. So in the vestibule area, which I don't know if I'll use, I mean, it's all wet under there, so I'm probably not going to use it. Everything I brought, I'll just, there's plenty of room in there, believe it or not, for all my gear, so I can do that. And yeah, so that's about the stage I'm at right now. This is the Dragoon Ridgeback Bivy style tent, Dragoon Unlimited. I bought this a couple years ago, if that, and at the time of purchase on Amazon, I was eyeballing it, and it's $125. I don't even know what they sell it for now, maybe $130, $135, but I have not one complaint about this tent. I absolutely love it, and I really don't want to have to use that expression bomb-proof, but yeah, it's bomb-proof. I mean, this tent has proved to be extremely well in a thunderstorm and pouring rain. We'll see how it does, you know, being on the ground. Once I fully get set up, I'm not going to put my sleep system in there right at the moment. I'll do that. I'll blow up my, I have the Nemo tensor. That's about, I think, like a 5.5 R value. I have a foil mat underneath that I'll put underneath my air mattress. And it's basically just leftover Reflectix. I was going to bring the foam pad, and I'm like, you know what? I'm like, I can't. I'm trying to keep this as minimal as possible, and yet it still feels like my pack was like 100 pounds. But I'm going to continue setting up, and I'll bring it back in a moment. Hope you're all doing well. Set up my chair. I've had a lot of comments on this chair, so I guess I'll just address that here right now. Everybody always wants to know, hey, where did you get that little chair? I love that chair. You know, it's got a nice digital camo print on the outside carrying case. This thing's not ultralight or anything like that. It probably weighs a good pound, you know, so. But I love it. I picked it up at a store that doesn't exist anymore. There used to be this Army Navy store in Attleboro, or North Attleboro, that I used to go to once in a while, and that's where I got it. So the place was pretty badass. It had like a military helicopter sitting outside in the parking lot and everything. So that's where I got this chair. There is no branding on the chair. There's no name or tag or anything like that on this chair, and it's awesome. I absolutely love it. So it was, I think, around $10. So I guess if you want to find some like good equipment that, you know, may not be like, you know, the popular camping gear that you're seeing on people's channels, you know, take a look at those Army Navy stores. Take a look at thrift stores. You might be able to pick something up that's pretty useful. But I do like this chair, and it's pretty minimalistic for this camp out. So that's the chair. And I'll just use that as an extra little bit to sit on, you know. But yeah, yes. And probably gonna have like a nice little fire right here. I brought, you know, the twig stove, another cheap little piece of equipment that I found on Amazon a while ago. I don't even know if I've actually cooked on it or anything. I basically use it as like a little mini private little fire pit, and it suits me just fine. Maybe I'll use it later for dinner, or maybe I'll use it in the morning for dinner, but you know, I got the fire maple stove and the petrol pot, so I'm probably just gonna use that. But for now, I guess I'm just gonna continue on while I still get some daylight left. It's after 3 o'clock. I might only have like 2 hours of daylight left tops. It gets darker in the woods, as you know. And go find some dry pieces of wood and some twigs, and yeah, let's get a fire going, or at least the materials for a fire. Yeah, I'm so excited about this. I'll explain that in a little bit. I'm just like, I'm all over the place right now. I'm kind of annoyed that I can't pound these stakes into the ground, but it is what it is, and we're gonna have an awesome camp out anyway, and I'll bring you back in a few, and thanks for coming. Wow, it is cold. It is cold. I do have my down jacket, but I have about, you know, a half a week's worth of clothes on. I got a couple of pairs of pants. I got a base layer. I have another shirt on. Then I have another blue long sleeve shirt under there. Then I have the sweatshirt, so I'm pretty layered up, and I do have my down jacket. And yeah, I guess that's about it for right now. Get some little twigs to get that fire going later. A little spot on the ground where I'm stashing some dry stuff. Whew. Chilly, chilly. Should have brought that thermometer. I don't think we're forecasted for any heavy snow. There could be a flurry. So, I don't know. It is what it is. I'm going to continue on collecting up some wood, and I'll bring you back in a few. This may look like a pretty good size wood pile, but it's not. Since it's just a twig stove, everything burns through really fast. So that's basically what I've been doing for the last half hour, 40 minutes. So I've been collecting wood for a little while. It's hard to find dry wood after a rain or after a snow. Wow, there's like ashes coming out of this thing. Oh boy. I cleaned this well last time I used it. My gosh. Wow. Anyways, yeah, let me put together the twig stove and just have that at least ready. I'm not going to do a fire until after the sun goes down. A, I want to conserve some wood, and B, you know, I don't want to like be sending smoke signals out and letting everybody know, hey, someone's having a fire out there in the woods. I'd rather wait till nighttime so you can't see the smoke. I don't know, that's just me. What do you do? All right, what's the front? What's the back? All right, that's the front. Okay, this is, we'll just say it's a side piece. Yeah. Wow. All right. Let's get this thing going together. Put the back piece in. This thing is like so warped, but it still works, you know? It still works. What am I doing here? All right. Yeah. Wow. Whoops. All right. This one, I heard voices. All right, which is the back and which is the front? Okay, that goes that way, that goes that way. That's the front. So this goes this way. And then, yeah, that's the side. All right, let's see if I can get this thing together. Yay. All right. Well, maybe not all right. This one's not connected. And she's together. I don't know if you can tell the sun is, well, there it is, but I mean, it's just getting ready to go down. It's after 4 o'clock. I think it's about 4:15, somewhere around there. And as you know, we're starting to gain a little bit more daylight, so that's great. But, you know, come 5:30, this place is going to be pitch black. So I'm going to get a coffee on pretty soon. Probably get in the tent and set up my sleeping pad and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, we're winter camping out here in the winter. This is awesome. The winds are just starting to pick up just a little bit. I'll show you that. Whew. Those trees are moving. Just came in a little bit to get out of the wind. And I'm gonna blow up my sleeping pad. And I was gonna use the flex tail pump to do this, but it does come with that pump sack, and I don't know why, but I kind of like using it. I could have brought the other pumps too, but I prefer using the flex tail. It has a light. I also like the my God, I can't even think of it. I can't even think of it. What is the name of it? Oh my God. I just did a review for these pumps and I can't think of the name of it, but I love those pumps as well. Ettenwolf. All right, Ettenwolf. The winner, I sent her one too, but I do have those. I mean, if I want to use, I have the pump sack. All right. I'm like so excited. You're gonna have to just pardon how I am right now. I haven't been camping in a little while. Figured I couldn't wait to get out here and do it in the winter time in the snow. And yeah, that's what we're doing. And right now I'm just sitting on this little Reflectix. I don't know if you can see that. Whoa, yeah, I'm just sitting on a little bit of Reflectix right here, some leftover Reflectix. And I don't feel the cold coming up at all, so I think that's a good thing. So yeah, I'm trying to not be so disorganized here and have my stuff like all over the place. All right, where is the nozzle on this? Okay, here it is. All right, bring that down there. But yeah, so winter, it's still got some winter time left, but you know, we're at the end of February. By the time you see this, it'll be March. So happy almost spring. We're getting there. We're getting there. But I don't know, does anybody else think the wintertime went by like really, really fast? I think it flew by. I don't know if it was because I was busy just doing other things or what, but it just seems like the wintertime wasn't as long and drawn out as it usually always seems to be. Oh, it's a sad bag. It's a sad first fill of a bag. if I can get a little more air in here. This is awesome. But yeah, I have a couple of lights. So the flex tail I'll just hang from a hook that's in here, and I do have some other outdoor lighting. So I am liking that it's staying lighter a little bit longer. You know, that extra hour will help. And I think sometime in March, I don't know if it's March 20th, is when we spring forward. Well, I'm not really getting big bags full of air here. Alright, well, we're getting there. I'm not going to make you watch this whole thing. I'll bring you back when I have this all inflated. Just to show you where I'm at right now, I do have my sleeping bag out. I'm letting it loft up. This is the Atipa sleeping bag. It's a combination of down and synthetic fibers. So I'm hoping that's going to keep me warm. I'm not going to sleep with my jacket on, so we'll let the sleeping bag do my thing. Someone had suggested that. Then I have the Nemo tensor right there, and underneath that I have some leftover Reflectix that I'm using basically on my core. So that's that for now. I don't know if you can see me here. Just trying to straighten out all the things and get some things out of my backpack. I've got a flashlight, and put that right in the pocket of the tent. My flex tail light I'm just going to take out right now and hang that up. Hang that up as soon as I find the hook. Alright. So flex tail light ready to go. For a pillow, I have the Ultralight Outdoor Vitals pillow right here, so I'll be using that. Have some down booties that I'm going to put on when I get in my sleeping bag. For now, I'm just going to leave them in my sleeping bag. And I do have a couple of things to possibly, you know, help me out if I get real cold. So, and I got plenty of room in here for storage. Okay, there's the light. I can hang that right there. All right. Get the light ready to go. Whew. This is awesome. I'm like so excited to just be out here, being out in nature. I mean, yeah, it's a little cold, but you know what I mean? I'm not complaining. I know what I signed up for when I came out here, and I feel like I'm dressed for it. It's not windy, and I find that the wind is what really makes you even colder. You know, it just drives any kind of coldness in the air right through you. So far so good. I'm not even cold. I have my down jacket on top of the tent right up there. Probably should just put it in here. And yeah, I'm gonna probably get a cup of coffee on in a little bit, because that's what you do when you get to camp. You know, you chill out and have your coffee or your tea or your beverage of choice. I was gonna kick back with a couple of you know, frosty cold ones, if you know what I'm saying. But maybe on the next trip. I wasn't really into, you know, having a couple of beers. I just want to sit and enjoy this camp and just be out here, you know. I was like, you know, from the giveaway video, I think I mentioned it if you actually watched that. But the giveaway video, I was like, yeah, I've had my bag packed and I've been like wanting to get out and go camping. And the weather's just been frigid, you know, and I'm not one for camping in like, you know, -5 degrees Fahrenheit temperatures or anything like that with, you know, whipping winds and all that. It's just, that's not fun for me, you know. That's not fun at all. I know there's people that do that, and you know, those are the people that do that. Watch them. Okay, if you want to see that kind of stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna probably collect up a little bit more wood, and I don't want to be searching for it in the night, because I do plan on staying up late. I think that's just a security thing, you know, like once it gets to a certain time, you know, like nobody's gonna come through here, and nobody's gonna come through here anyways, but you know, just in case. That's just me, you know. And if I sleep in, I sleep in. I don't care. But blah blah blah, right? Well, I don't know, when I have my coffee, why don't you get the beverage of your choice, and we'll sit and just chill out together. So I appreciate you guys coming, and this camp has been a long time coming, and I'm psyched. I have so many plans, just like a lot of outdoor people do, and it's just time to put them into action. I plan on doing like some sort of outdoor adventure or camp or something like every week, so yeah. And I love this tent already. Like, I feel like warmish, like being in here. It's like shielding me from any kind of, this is heavy too. This is like a real heavy material for the rain fly. But all right, enough chit chatting, and I'll talk to you in a few. All right, well, I haven't got the fire going yet. As you can see, it's nighttime. It's about 5:45 right now. I've just been gathering up an obscene amount of wood, and we'll get the fire going in a little bit. But I think right now I'm just gonna have some, I was gonna have a cup of coffee, but I don't know if I wanna have a cup of coffee now. I think I might just have a cup of hot chocolate, and yeah, have a cup of hot chocolate and some cookies, and I'll do some dinner in a little while. Whew, can't wait to get that fire going though, man. It is chilly. But, you know, we're out here and we're loving it. Alright, so I want to conserve water, so what I'm going to do, actually, turn this on, see if I can get some more light. Alright, so I think what I'm going to do is just pour how much water I need in here, and then pour it in my pot. I did have to put the canister warming up for a little bit. That's about a little bit. Alright, that should be good. I have some water for drinking and for my coffee in the morning and for dinner. So that's just a good little tip if you want to know how much water. You don't want to over, boil your water. I'm going to put this on here. Just measure out your water first. All right, let's see if we can get a flame going. It's a little loud, it's a little spitty, a little cold. Woohoo! Looking a little crazy. Wow, huh? So yeah. Just gonna make this coffee, and I'll bring it back in a little bit. We're camping. Oh yeah, roll and boil. Yeah, and if I get really warm, if I get like freezing, I got these hand warmers. These little hand warmers I picked up from Amazon. They work really good. They have a different range, of temperatures. I think the lowest is like 113. It goes up to 131 degrees, and they warm up really fast. So I can turn those on if I need them. And it tells you, the percentage that you're on. They're at 113 113 temperature right now. These things were only $9, and I swear by these things. They're great. They're just cheap little hand warmers. I'll link them down below if you're interested. I mean, they don't have a flashlight. They don't have any kind of, accessories. They're just straight up hand warmers, and they work. And I'll throw one or not both, down at the bottom of my sleeping bag if I get really cold. I'm gonna shut that off for now. I don't really need them. And yeah, it's pretty quiet. I could see the trees like filtered through the light and everything. What little light there is left. It's pretty awesome. Every once in a while you hear that squeak with the trees like squeaking up right next to each other, Whew, but it is chilly. I know this looks a little crazy, but there's snow everywhere. It's gonna be fine. All right, this might be a little much. I'm gonna sit by the fire and finish my hot chocolate. Wow. That's one hell of a fire, huh guys? This is nice. That twig stove is going way beyond what it's meant for, let me tell you. Yeah, I get a little aggressive with this little fire. I love it. Absolutely love it. Just turn that around so the wind isn't going right in. There we go. Look at this big old log I'm trying to shove in here. Hey, whatever works. There's no rules. Yep. When in doubt, add more wood. Oh yeah, now we're talking. It's about 8:30 right now, and I'm probably gonna get some dinner on, finally. Maybe I'll wait just a little while because I'm kind of enjoying this fire. I've just been kind of chilling out and just sitting here and taking in the sights and the sounds, Whew, it is cold, but I'm loving it, I really am. Hope you all had a great week. This has just been amazing. I know I keep saying that, but I'm just so grateful to be out here, I'm like really, really grateful for this time. And it's long overdue. Toasty. It's about quarter to 9. Still haven't eaten dinner yet, but as you can see, my feet were just steaming. My boots got a little wet, so just kind of drying out my second sock. And yeah, just been kind of chilling and sitting by this massive fire. And it feels nice. Woo. Yeah, this sock right here is all dried out. It feels nice, but it was steaming. It's completely dry. And my sock is basically dry right now. And now the airflow is just kind of going this way, so the hot air is going right into my boot. I'm just drying out my socks. So yeah, that's what I've been doing, just kind of chilling. Get dinner on in a little bit. I'll probably eat like at 10. You know, it's about 8:45. I've just been chilling. But yeah, so I'll bring you back at dinner. And I'm just going to enjoy this fire and warm up my tootsies. I was thinking of taking a trip, but I don't know, with all these plane crashes lately, and you know, that plane that hit that helicopter, the plane that flipped over, and I think it was Toronto, Canada. There's been a lot of incidents with planes lately. Do you feel confident flying? Let me know your thoughts below. I don't know, I'm kind of second guessing flying, so I'm thinking of doing a road trip instead. So we'll see how that goes, but that's months away, and I'll talk about that when the time comes. But and I don't know what it was, but tonight, like, as much as I was looking for this camp, there's always that little bit of, like, I don't know if it's anxiety, my anxiety kicking in, and I mean, I'm out all the time, but for some reason, it's like a mental thing. I don't know. It's like you got to push yourself to just get on out the door, and that's what I had to do today. I kept like thinking, okay, I'm going to leave at a certain time, and as it was leading up to that time, I was like, okay, maybe I'll go tomorrow, and I was like, you know what? No, just go. So I don't know. Does anybody ever experience that when they're you know, headed out for a camp or whatever it is? I know I have anxiety, but I work through it, and I guess the only thing to do is just get on out there, and you just feel so much better. As soon as you get to where you're going, you're like, all right, this is what I got to do. This is how I'm hoping the night's gonna go, and I can't wait to just be out. And honestly, now that I'm out here, I love it. I couldn't be happier, you know. And I haven't really been doing a lot of conversation tonight in this camp. It's just that I've been just kind of spending some time and just kind of taking it all in. Like I said, I sat for hours in front of the fire. I dried out my boots. My boots got a little wet from walking around in the snow and everything like that, and collecting up wood and walking around and all that kind of stuff. And after I eat, before I go to bed, I'm gonna just take a nice little walk. Maybe we'll walk around the woods, get some exercise, do some exercise, and get all warm, so when I get into my sleeping bag, I'm not gonna sleep in my coat. I know it's like you see a lot of people, and I've done it myself, you know, you're jumping in your sleeping bag with all your clothes on, and I don't know if that's a good idea. So I'm going to see if the sleeping bag actually, you know, does what it's supposed to do. And I mean, it's not a 4-season sleeping bag by any means, but it is rated down to like 30 degrees. So I'm kind of at that line for comfort. So we'll see how that goes. And I'll take this off. If I get cold, I'll just drape it over the sleeping bag, but I should be all right. I'm going to take these little hand warmers. I haven't really been using them either, but I'm going to take these hand warmers that I was telling you about earlier and turn both of them on and just throw them down into the bottom of my sleeping bag. And I'll probably have to put this canister in my sleeping bag as well. And my water I'll flip upside down and put that in my boot so it doesn't freeze. Hopefully it won't freeze. We'll see. Plus I noticed the cold actually drains, you know, your camera and your equipment and stuff like that. So what I do in between filming is I just kind of take my camera and I shove it down in my jacket to keep it warm. Or you can take one of these hand warmers and put it in a bag with your camera or your phone or whatever it is you're filming with, and that kind of slows it down. I've only had to charge up my phone just once, so I guess that's not too bad. But yeah, that's basically about it. So I'll bring you back when dinner's done, and I'm probably going to be up for a little while longer, and then I'll get into the sleeping bag, maybe watch a movie or something. So, all right, I'll talk to you in a few. Thanks for coming. Really, really good. The only thing I hear the trees. Sorry for talking with my mouth full. I can hear the trees kind of squeaking, the ones that are rubbing up against each other. I feel pretty good. So good. But yeah, I'm pretty comfortable. And when I get into bed, I am gonna take this off. So I'm gonna just continue eating this, guys. You know, not the most exciting thing to watch, and I'll bring you back when it's bedtime. So talk to you in a few. Well, guys, that's me in bed. I'm all ready to call it a night. That dinner was so good, and yeah, wrapped up in my sleeping bag. I don't have my jacket on, and I'm not cold. Like I said, I have some really good base layers on. I have like I said, I feel like I have like a half a week's worth of clothes on, so I'm good. So we'll see how it goes during the night. It's about 10:30, and yeah, I'm just gonna chill and just hopefully I'll get some good sleep. But I will see you guys in the morning for a coffee and breakfast. Good night, guys. Here comes daylight. Wow, how beautiful. Good morning. Good morning. Gonna get some coffee on. First thing right away, right now. How did I sleep? I slept good. I wasn't even cold until around 3 o'clock in the morning when that dip in the temperature comes. And yeah, I was freezing. I was kind of missing my closed cell phone mat. Even though I had the reflectors that I'm sitting on now, I've already put my sleeping bag away in my sleeping pad. But yeah, I was cold. I could feel the cold coming up a little bit through the ground. So, oh, and what I did was I took those hand warmers, because I put them down at the end of my sleeping bag, and it was like warm-ish. So a little tip: your hand warmers, put them in your down booties. It was amazing. It was amazing. It felt like it ended up keeping my whole body warm because I was warm that way. And yep, the sun hasn't come up yet. It's about 20 past 6 right now. And I've already packed up my chair and my table. But yeah, I slept with my water bottle in there so it wouldn't freeze. I slept with my gas canister inside my sleeping bag. I had my charger and my cell phone and, you know, like my battery pack and all that kind of stuff in my sleeping bag. It was just like, why don't I just put everything in there? Throw my backpack in there. Yeah, it was awesome. It was awesome. And I can't wait to do it again. Oh, wow, whoa, rapid boil. Oh. I forget how quick that goes. But yeah, this tent held up fine, even though it's not exactly staked out entirely properly. I couldn't get the fly sheet guide out in, you know, properly because the ground is just frozen. Yeah. That's winter camping, I guess. Oh, that took like no time. No time at all. Appreciate you guys coming out on this camp. I really, really do. Thank you. cheers, guys, and a proper good morning. Whew. It is chilly. I appreciate you coming along. I'm going to sit and chill and finish my coffee and take down the tent, and I'll bring you back in a moment. Well, guys, thanks for joining me on, I guess, one of my first winter campouts with snow. I mean, I've camped out in winter before, but not in the snow, and I appreciate you coming. I was going to do a breakfast, but it's freezing. You know, I had to have my coffee, don't get me wrong. I will always make time for coffee, but, you know, I'm going to pay attention. It's a little icy, so I'll say goodbye to you when I'm in the car. And we made it. Yeah, I was gonna do breakfast. Like I said, I had a good breakfast. Basically, I have spam and some eggs and all that kind of stuff, and some onions and garlic, and I'm gonna make that when I get home. So, but like I said, I had to have my coffee. Guys, I appreciate you coming out on this camp out. We'll be doing a lot more camps. The next one I'm going to be doing, I think I'm going to do the hammock camp in that Travel Bird one, the one I reviewed like not too long ago. So we'll see how that goes. That'll be awesome, and probably will take my pack weight down a little bit, as I won't need a chair and, you know, all kinds of things. I tried to keep it minimal. I don't even think I really needed a chair. I could have just used a sit pad by the fire, or I was basically sitting out, you know, cooking and everything in front of the tent anyway. So I'm going to look into just making some adjustments, but, you know, blah, blah, blah. Good morning, and thank you for joining me. I'll see you on the next one.